the Audi RS6 and the Mercedes E63 AMG estate. Now both these cars, they can carry a wardrobe and they can also outrun some supercars. But if you're in the market for an auto barnstormer, which one of these two cars should you have? To find out, Auto Express put the two cars head to head, testing them on road, on track, and comparing them for various aspects such as performance. The Mercedes E63 AMG uses a 5.5 litre bi-turbo V8 with 549 brake horsepower and 719 Newton meters of torque, and it sends that to the rear wheels via a 7-speed automatic gearbox. The Audi RS6, however, only has a 4-litre bi-turbo V8, yet it manages to produce more horsepower than the Merc at 553 brake horsepower. It has all-wheel drive too and can send up to 85% of the engine's 700 Newton meters of torque to the rear wheels. Mercedes say the E63 will do 0 to 62 miles an hour in 4.2 seconds, whereas Audi claims the RS6 will do it in 3.9 seconds. But what will happen in a drag race? To find out, I'll be driving the RS6 and Auto Express's road test editor, James Disdale, will be driving the Mercedes.
I think I'm gonna lose this one.
So, ready? Oh, look at that. Too easy.
Oh, come on! That's not fair!
And it's all over already. That's simply because this has got 4-wheel drive, I think, anyway. It was a bit of a foregone conclusion. Yeah. Audi 4-wheel drive traction does the job when it's wet, and I think even if it was dry, this car would have won. So the Audi is the fastest in a straight line. That's great if you live near an autobahn. However, which is the most fun to drive if you live near a test track?
The best car on track is the Mercedes. It's not as fast in a straight line as the Audi, but the turn-in is more positive, there's more feel through the steering, it's more engaging, it's more playful. With the ESP off, obviously you can do hilariously long drifts if you want, but it will also, you know, be neat and precise at the same time. The Audi feels like a bit of a blunt instrument by comparison. It just feels bigger, heavier, it just will not turn in, you know, no matter what technique you use, it just wants to understeer. Only under extreme provocation will it start to sort of get into a drift or take a neutral stance. So it's not really a track car, apart from its monumental straight line performance.
Auto Express spends hours testing cars on a variety of roads as part of its testing procedure, and after clocking up many miles in both cars, which is the better road car, the Mercedes or the Audi?
Best car on the road, it's another victory for the Mercedes, I'm afraid. It just feels more agile, more compact. You sit slightly higher, so it doesn't feel quite as sporty as the Audi, but that sort of gives you a better view of the road. It allows you to place the car much more accurately, and again, it's got more positive turn-in. The Audi just feels that bit wide. It follows cambers in the road under braking and acceleration. Noise as well, I think Mercedes, again, it's just, for more of the time, it's got that really rich V8 burble, whereas the Audi, it's quite muted, except when you get, you change down a gear and you get that nice pop and crackle, but other than that, it's really, bizarrely, it's very muted. I think there's a sports exhaust option, which I think if you had the deep enough pockets, you'd have to go for, basically.
With cars such as these, there are some other things to think about, such as interior space, and in this respect, the Mercedes is the bigger car. Interior quality is also another consideration, and both models are actually very closely matched. Finally, there's the price. The E63 estate is £75,500, whereas the RS6 is almost £77,000. So which one comes out overall as the winner of our test?
Well, after spending a bit more time with the Audi, I really started to warm to it. On the road, its Quattro grip just inspires huge confidence, and it's got just so much performance. It's unbelievable. But ultimately, it's just a little soulless, and that's something the Mercedes has got in spades. It doesn't matter what speed you're driving at, where you're driving it, it just makes you smile. The engine note, the steering feel, you know, the rear wheel drive balance, it's just a lovely performance car. And ultimately, that's why it wins.